Okay, do Catholics have more stuff other than the Bible that they consider Christian literature that is important?
Yes, they do. They do. And so,
Okay.
and
I don't know what to call it.
Yeah, you're good.
Sorry.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. So actually, I don't usually have like little things to show.
Okay.
But I brought this Bible, and so it's a Bible I had to use. I don't know if you see it right there in the camera. So it's a HarperCollins Study Bible,
Okay.
and New Revised Standard Version. And so this would be considered a Protestant Bible in some ways because it's definitely not like a Catholic one.
Okay.
And this is the Bible I had to use.
What is a Catholic Bible?
Well, we're gonna get there. Just hang on. And so in other words,
okay.
yeah. Okay, so a Catholic Bible would be a Bible that is published and produced
By Catholics.
correct.
Okay.
And so
Catholic Publishing House.
and so this one, the HarperCollins Study Bible, is the Bible I had to use in theology school 20 years ago.
Okay.
I graduated 20 years ago.
So not theology school this time.
Yeah, not theology school this time. Nope. So we had to use this Bible last time when I was in getting my master's. And so what's interesting is that in this Bible, there's the Old Testament books, there's the New Testament books. So you got the 66
Yep.
books of the Old and New Testament. That's there. But they actually include what's called the Apocrypha.
Okay.
Or you call it the Deuterocanonical books.
Huh.
And what that means, so Deuterocanonical,
you can even say
I
it.
know, it means second canon.
Uh-oh.
Okay? And it doesn't mean second as in like second of in importance. It just simply means that it was a second canon recognized. Okay?
Okay.
And so for example, like let's do a walkthrough real quick of this. So you have the Old Testament scriptures.
Yeah.
Okay. And what would, a lot of Jews would refer to it as the Hebrew scriptures. Okay. So you've got those here in the Old Testament. All right. So in the Hebrew scriptures and that Jews would have, and the Old Testament, the scriptures Jews would have, and the Old Testament scriptures that Protestants have are exactly the same. Okay.
Okay.
So what I mean, I should say, clarify, they have the same material, same books in them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
They may be ordered differently. Some of them are grouped together differently, but it's the same exact material.
Okay.
And so when the Protestant Reformation happened, they recognized those books as canonical. Okay.
And only those books.
And only those.
Old and New Testament.
Yeah, well, yeah. So let me just stick on with the Old Testament for a little bit.
Okay.
So they recognized only those books that are found in the Hebrew scriptures as canonical.
Okay.
They did not recognize another set of books, which the Catholic Church did end up affirming as canonical after the Protestant Reformation.
Oh.
But it's not. But I want to be clear. It's not like as simple as they just stuck them in there, like all of a sudden.
Okay.
These books have always been around.
They had a council.
They've been valued, and these books are what you call the books between the testaments. So they occur during the time that they're written. During the time in between Malachi, which is the last book of the Old Testament, leading up to the Gospels. Okay.
Okay.
So, for example, so if I open this up and I go to the end
are
of
they in the middle?
They're correct. So I can go here and I can go to, let's see, I'm about to be there, the end of Malachi. And at the end of Malachi, all of a sudden, it's going to give me a list of the books that are included here in the Apocrypha. Okay. And so it's these books are included in Orthodox and in Catholic Bibles. And so, for example, and these books have always been valued, by the way, by the church, even by the early church.
All of these are pre-Jesus.
They're
all set pre-Jesus.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And so that's and so these texts are included in the Catholic Bible, and in a Bible like this, but that are, and this is, and one of the reasons that's included in this kind of a Bible is this is more of an academic Bible, if you put it that way. Like, so all the commentaries, I mean, all your commentaries from any study Bible are going to be academic level, but these are they lend themselves to being pretty academic.
Okay.
And so they included these in there as part of that academic work, and also as part of, I mean, to be honest with you, a more ecumenical point where, hey, we're joining with our Orthodox and Catholic brothers and sisters and having
So do
this
all
Bible.
Catholics have all of that in their Bibles?
Correct.
They have Catholic Bibles with all that in
Correct.
it. Okay.
Correct. Yeah.
And do they they don't consider it the same weight as the rest of the Bible?
They do.
They do.
Catholics do.
Oh.
So Catholics see this as, that's what I was kind of saying, that second canonical.
Okay.
It's not second in importance, but second in being officially received.
Okay, so in that Council
canon.
of Trent, they decided it was going to be part of canon.
Completely. Yes.
Okay. Are they worth reading?
100% they're worth reading.
Are they contradictory to the regular Bible?
No, they're not contradictory.
Okay.
And they're not like, so like, you don't have things in here that are just like outlandish. Like for example, like the gospel, like the books that aren't even included in here, right? Like you hear people talk about these like mystery gospels or other gospels or like gospel of Peter or whatever, right? Like they're not crazy like that stuff is.
So these are like the maybes, and then all the rest of it is like the hard no.
Yeah. These are like, hey, these are not bad to read. They're not bad to look at. They're not bad to know.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not going to change the way I think about Jesus or anything?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
All right.
No.
So harmless literature.
Yeah, just that I would say is just not inspired. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so you don't have a problem with them including it in a Bible next to the inspired Bible?
Yeah, as long as it's clear.
Okay.
And that's one of the things that, like, so for example, in this translation, like, it is clear. Like, so for example, the very first part of this reads, the books and parts of books from in the Apocrypha are recognized as Deuterocanonical scripture by the Roman Catholic, Greek, and Russian Orthodox churches. So it is clear of who is recognizing them as canonical. I wish, to be honest with you, I wish they would have taken this and done like a little more fuller intro.
Okay.
To help people understand, well, why are they not included in Protestant Bibles, and why are they included in the Catholic Bibles, right? Or Russian Orthodox, for example, and Greek Orthodox. So anyway, I think there's a way of putting them in there and doing it rightly, but
the Catholics consider them just as good as the rest of it.
Sure. So there's no reason for them to put any kind of distinguishing marks, Okay. Yeah. And for Protestants, I guess maybe what I would do is probably have the whole like Bible. But then if you're going to put them at the end, it's kind of almost like an appendix, right? Like, hey, these are some other letters, some other books that are not bad. They're worth a read, but they're not canon. Okay. So anyway, I think probably there's been too much of an aversion to the whole apocryphal, like almost like we treat them like they're like evil or something in the Protestant church. Okay. And I think we probably need to back off that stance. But it's perfectly fine to say, hey, they're good reads. They just aren't inspired.